Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different, as you can tell from the screen right now. Kaeya's Hangout events just came out. Well, it came out a little while ago, but I've been waiting for his Hangout out. I was wondering if he was ever going to get a Hangout event. He finally got one. And yes, am I going to go crazy over this? Yes, because Kaeya fans are being fed tonight. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, yes, ignore the fact that I got his skin. I did farm it in a day, and I was gonna record more for the event, but I'm not gonna lie, it takes a toll on me when you're recording 2 of these event videos in one row. That's what I've been doing, recording them in like a row and everything, you know, 2 of them, and they're about like at least like an hour long almost. So it's really tiring. Especially when it's the summer and hot, and I am not by the air-conditioned room. So it's yeah, not that great. But right now, I wonder why we're meeting him in Sumeru. I feel like it's a little bit weird, but you know what? This is Kaeya's day. This is what he wants to do. Looks like he's talking to a bird. No, he's whistling to a bird.
Hey, little birdie, don't feel down. Come and perch on my shoulder. Don't be shy. I'll show you around town.
Kaeya.
Really? No wonder they never pay attention to me. Forget it. I probably shouldn't be anthropomorphizing them anyway.
That's
I've seen you in some time. To which one of the
Oh my God.
Archon's wins do I owe the honor?
So, yes, your natural charisma drew me here, or it must be adorned by fate. I'm gonna do the charisma.
Oh, is this your way of saying that you missed me?
Yes.
Since it wasn't meant to be with this little birdie, I'd better leave it alone. Let's take a walk, shall we?
He for real went up to the bird trying to be like, you want to be my friend?
Why I'm here. Jean's been worrying about trade safety recently. I discovered this when I unwittingly burst into her office to save the day. Another job involving long-distance travel falls to me. I suppose it's my own fault for having such a strong sense of duty.
You bursted into her office? Kaeya, why? Oh my God.
Still, on the bright side, business is now taken care of. And I have unused travel funds, so I was planning to...
2. I'm all ears. Yes, we're doing every single one of every part
Your place is at the
of
front
his
lines
Hangout
by my
events.
son's
Every
side.
single part, alright?
Pray tell, what
I'm gonna be here
provoked
for a
your
little while.
unwarranted return to the palace?
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty, such that I must personally report it to you.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun.
Where were we just now? Travel expenses? Alright, I'm gonna do all the top options first. Usually with the Hangout events, because I remember the last one I did was Toma's. Yes, that long ago. But I usually just stay on one track option, like picking all the top and then picking all the bottom and then branching out from there. So we're gonna do all from the top from now, since I've mostly been taking just the top, alright? Where are we just now? Travel expenses?
Yes. Here's what I was thinking about the unused funds. Given that the acting Grand Master saw fit to allocate these funds to my trip in the first place, I think it's my responsibility to make sure that every last mora is put to good use. In other words, what do you say we find a way to spend the remaining budget?
Sure.
Perhaps a
I like
fancy
spending
meal at a
money.
nice restaurant? Or a river cruise that takes in the sights of Sumeru City? Or we could buy a few nice mementos to take home.
I like the first 2. Isn't this embezzlement? I can speak.
Hey, no need to put it like that. Let's keep walking. We can consider it some more on the road. The rules of the Knights of Favonius state that any and all expenditures during a business trip are counted as travel expenses. That's more than enough justification to live a little. Of course, with me being here on my own, it was looking like a wasted opportunity. But now that I've run into you, why don't we make this a joint trip?
Sure. Oh my god.
You're always so busy. It's high time you gave yourself a proper break. Even the sharpest blade loses its edge if it's always in use.
Yeah, thank you,
Regular
Kaeya.
maintenance is essential for reliable performance. And anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have. Right now is the perfect time to relax and enjoy ourselves. And who knows how many other chances we'll get. So come on, what do you say?
I just noticed that Kaeya was coming out really loud and almost louder than me. So I just lowered him a little bit, you know, in the what I'm using to record. I'm trying to play around with the setting because I've realized in a lot of my videos you can barely hear what they're saying, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. We can't spend public money on for our own amusement. Dang.
Now I remember why you're an honorary knight. Of course being tempted by money is beneath you. Your honest character is dazzling to behold. Like the sunlight reflecting off the surface of Cider Lake in the late fall, I hold my hands up. My thinking was mistaken. In that case, I guess today's end-of-trip blowout is cancelled. I shall pack my luggage and prepare to return to Mondstadt.
Am I making him leave early because of this? I should have chose the bottom one. I can join you for the journey.
Oh, you do that for me? Well, this wasn't what I'd originally planned, but it's a very welcome development. When I was souvenir shopping, I picked out something for you too. Guess my thoughtfulness wasn't in vain.
You got me a souvenir?
Let's keep that a secret for now. Not because I want to keep you guessing. It's just that I didn't think I'd run into you here. All my gifts are back at the inn. I want you to find out for yourself when you open it. The surprise is what gift-giving is all about, is it not?
Fine.
Then it's settled. We'll leave together shortly.
Shut up, I know I didn't do my daily commissions yet. I'm just Kaeya. I'm very excited about this, so if I'm talking really fast, it's probably because I'm really excited. Usually when I'm really excited about something, I talk real fast. So I start talking really fast, and then my words start becoming almost mumbled. I don't mean to mumble my words, but I'm going to be talking probably really fast for a lot of this. Like I think I am right now.
Mondstadt's
Ow.
windmills. Ah, such a comforting sight. Now, as promised, your souvenir. Here you go.
What is it?
According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live in lamps like this. And this lamp in particular once housed a very powerful genie. Merchants love to exaggerate to help make a sale, but it's still quite the pretty little lamp.
Great, I got another
I know you
genie
like rare
thing.
things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you can also use it as an ordinary pot. Personally, I think it'd make an excellent wine vessel.
That's because you're an alcoholic, Kaeya. Thank you. I'll put it on display.
You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm ready to head into the city now. You're free to join me, or you can make your
It's
own schedule.
interesting how they put him the
I could
one
give
pose
everyone
where
their
he's
souvenirs first, but
hand
I'm
is
not
on
sure
his
whether I'm in the mood for
hip,
running
and
around
then his other one's
visiting
up.
people right
It seems
after
like
the
he's
long
pushing
journey.
out, pushing.
Maybe I'll take
Oh my
a
gosh,
breather
pushing out his
first.
chest.
But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Ugh.
But
Do you
pushing.
have any suggestions?
Did that sound like something else? I'm worried that it sounded like something else when I'm trying to say pushing. We can chill out together so you can relax without getting
I'm
bored.
honored to have such a caring friend. Let's go to the plaza in front of the cathedral. We can listen to the bards playing or feed the pigeons. After so long in Sumeru, I've begun to miss that slow-paced and relaxed atmosphere.
I love how we start in Sumeru and
No
immediately
rush.
just go, here we go,
We
back
can
in
take our
Mondstadt.
time and stroll on over.
I got a gift! A beautifully gift-wrapped gift box. Wait, where am I going now? What? Is that it? Is what quest is he's in? Honor the Adventurer. Where's that? Oh. And this is why you always do your commissions first. Haha, haha, ha ha ha. Okay, now we're
What's
gonna
the
go to. I'm just gonna teleport over there. See, this is why you always do your commissions first. I just didn't because I was lazy and just wanted to get to talking with Kaeya. So that's my fault on my part. But I never thought a daily
Port
commission
Ormos is
would stop me
always
from
lively,
talking to Kaeya.
even late into the night. People there go to bed much later than I imagined. Quite a stark contrast with Mondstadt. People pray and play music in the cathedral plaza during the day, but come nighttime, the streets are deserted except for the knights on patrol.
Alright, I may fit in with more of the Port Ormos than Mondstadt. Which lifestyle do you prefer?
Good question. Life in Sumeru is never dull. Last time I was out drinking on the street at night, some passing mercenaries invited me to dance. Although, I did learn later that that kind of thing is highly unusual even there. They must have been in a very good mood that night. They taught me a lot of songs that they usually sing during feasts. It really was a fun night. But be that as it may, I think I'm more suited to the free and easy life in Mondstadt. Simple, honest folks like me, we don't need much to be content.
Can you even hear what you're saying?
Fair enough. Let's shelve that discussion for now. Have you ever had a chance to hear the cathedral choir before? The hymns they sing are a whole tradition in their own right. Quite different from the folk songs that the bards play.
Not yet.
Well, let's see if we can catch them today.
See, it looks like he's pushing out
Sister
his
Grace is
chest.
right there, so we can
Puffing
ask
it
her
out or
about the
whatever.
choir's schedule. Excuse me, Sister Grace. Does the church choir have any performances coming up soon?
Oh, I'm so sorry. The hymn concert we previously announced has unfortunately been pushed back.
Oh? What's the story there?
As you probably know, Captain Kaeya, we've been trying to organize an amateur choir in addition to the regular church choir.
Ah, yes. I heard about that. I believe the plan was ultimately to have different choirs who can take turns to perform hymn concerts.
Yes, exactly. Well, it turns out there are plenty of believers who are good singers and interested in joining a choir, so in theory, it should have been a simple case of getting everyone in the same room, then practice, practice, practice. But for some reason, the rehearsals are going terribly. I don't understand it. Everyone in the choir has a basic level of musical literacy, but they sound awful together. It's like everyone's trying to do their own thing. There's no group harmony. Oh, maybe I'm just not musically gifted enough to give them the guidance they need. Captain Kaeya, I know you like listening to hymns. How good is your understanding of vocal music?
Is he going to sing? I know
Me?
not. I know he's most likely not going to. But
Music
please,
is far from my
please,
forte.
please, please, please.
But if you need some help, then don't worry. I know an expert who's more than up to the task.
Thank you so much, Captain Kaeya. Having some expert guidance will definitely be a great help.
Who are we going to?
I'm sure you've figured out who this expert is already. He has the best singing
Oh.
voice of any poet in Mondstadt. And
Venti?
understands poetry better than any other singer. Plus, he's exceptionally easy to find. 9 out of 10 times, he's in the tavern.
I love how it's just 9 out of 10 times. He's just always going to be there. It's going to be Venti. Everyone was right. Kaeya and Venti are friends. There he is. I see you. I see you, Venti.
Good day. Drinking alone? I hope you don't mind us joining you.
Hello, Venti.
Hello, hello! Please, take a seat. We're all friends here.
Patton, one moonlit alley and an apple cider.
Ooh, excellent choices. Come on, let's have a toast and drain our glasses together.
Oh, we need to do something first.
Here's to the time
Venti.
spent drinking with friends. Which is more unforgettable than the drinks are delectable.
Ever the poet, Professor Venti. A beautiful toast from the bard with the most.
Oh yeah, the first
New
wind
songs
bloom
of
they
yours we
talked
could
and
listen to?
everything. That's right.
There's a real dearth of quality entertainment at the moment, since the cathedral's choir performance has been delayed again. Speaking of which, I trust you've heard Sister Grace's choir perform before?
Of course! Though the format is a little on the formal side, they do sing quite beautifully. Very pleasant to listen to.
So you'd say you enjoy listening to hymns?
Let me think. Well, however it's expressed, as long as you can hear the singer's passion and joy in their voice, I consider it a phenomenal performance.
Passion and joy, huh? An intriguing perspective. By this logic, I suppose Lord Barbados would also enjoy the choir's performances.
Oh? And why is that?
I wonder who Lord Barbados is.
It's only because of his patient guidance and protection that the people of Mondstadt can now sing such beautiful hymns in the cathedral. It must be quite satisfying for him to hear a joyful people lift up their voices in song.
I don't think Kaeya knows.
Well,
It's
that's a
never said that
beautiful
he
image
actually
filled with
knows. There's
hope.
only a few people
But
who do.
actually, maybe Barbados himself doesn't give it so much thought. In principle, the hymns of
Venti's over here like, I like hearing it. It was
But in
nice.
reality,
Meanwhile,
the
Kai's over
audience
here
are all
like,
ordinary
it's
people
probably
with
because of blah blah
very
blah blah blah.
worldly
Venti.
concerns.
No, I just like
What
hearing
really
their
matters
voice.
is that the people enjoy what they're listening to.
If Sister Grace was able to see things that way, perhaps she wouldn't feel so distressed.
I kind of missed what Venti said. I talked over him.
Stressed? About what?
Explain Sister Grace's predicament to Venti.
She might be asking a bit too much. To be honest, if they have a natural talent for music, they should just be allowed to sing whatever they want. It'll all sound good.
Even if they aren't singing the same tune.
I'm pretty sure
Uh.
people who sing songs to the Animo Archon weren't all singing the same tune. Besides, he is the god of freedom. Surely he'd prefer to hear Mondstadters sing their hearts out however comes naturally to them.
I can't. The way he went.
To each their own, I say. But Sister Grace seems quite bothered by the whole thing. If only a kind soul with a deep understanding of poetry and music could help her. Patton?
More drinks?
Uh-oh. I only brought enough money for one bottle today. I'll have to pass.
Another bottle of apple cider for Venti, please, Patton. My treat.
Wow! Thanks, Kaeya. You are one of the finest students ever to emerge from my fast-track love poetry class. I always did admire your enthusiasm and kindness.
Now help me.
With the aid of this bottle, a humble bard's woes are whisked away on the wind. And so it falls to this humble bard to pass the blessing on to another.
Then this is probably the single most worthwhile alcohol purchase I've ever made. With your help, Sister Grace's problems are as good as solved. Sister Grace is a devout follower of the Animo Archon. Perhaps it's her depth of devotion that causes her to worry too much about the smallest things.
Don't worry. Just wait a moment. I'll go find her. Right after I finish this cider. The next time you visit her, our sweet sister shall be sad no more.
Say your farewells after enjoying some fine wine. Kaeya leaves first. Go to the Cathedral Plaza. Oh, we'd be able to hear like a singing performance then? I forgot how long these hangouts can be. This is like our first run of this and it's already like almost 30 minutes. I thought it'll take an hour at most.
Hello, Sister Grace. How are the rehearsals going?
Captain Kaeya.
Oh, never mind. It's
your
been
boss
20
friend
minutes.
has a few suggestions that are somewhat fanciful in nature.
Fanciful in the sense of not worth adopting? Is that what you mean?
What are your thoughts, Venti?
Everyone in the choir loves to sing, but they're used to singing their favorite songs. Suddenly asking them to sing in perfect harmony like a church choir with years of experience is just too difficult. So, why ask them to adjust to the demands of those staid old church hymns when you could just create a new song for them? One that they'll be able to grasp quickly? If you want, I could help.
That's actually not a bad
Choirs
idea.
typically stick to traditional hymns. This is certainly an innovative idea. What's stopping you from considering it, Sister Grace?
While I don't expect a recently established amateur choir to perform on par with our own church choir, this would be a major departure from tradition. I'm just not convinced that it's appropriate.
Is the Church of Favonius really such a stickler for tradition? Giving believers the chance to express themselves freely seems like it would be a very positive thing. So Venti, do you think the Animo Archon would like to hear a new melody?
Of course! This was the wish of the people when New Mondstadt was first founded.
Okay, well let's see what our other friend thinks. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
I, for one, am inclined to agree with Venti's understanding of Barbados.
Another vote of confidence. Maybe there's hope for this idea yet.
Maybe it's just a generational thing, but...
You're acting like you're old.
Well, it's not a completely unreasonable idea.
Oh yes,
I
the boomers
suppose
and
we
Gen
could
Zs
try.
in Genshin.
Looks like we're all in favor then. So let's start preparing. Sister Grace, could we trouble you to inform the choir members?
I'm being quiet because this
Of
seems like
course.
it's stepping in a
I'll tell
direction that
them
I'm
now,
here. I'm like,
and
I'm just
then
gonna
we'll
be
give this a
quiet.
try.
Maybe just a little
Should we
poke
find some
of
people to help
something,
us
but I'm
compose
just
the
like,
lyrics? If this is to be a new song of the people, then the more fresh ideas we have, the better.
Good idea. Let's split up and find some contributors, Traveler.
who should I go look for?
Let me think. Since we're composing a song, we should try and recruit at least one person
Are
who
we-
understands music.
Barbara? Or are you gonna force me to do
I
Anna?
know.
You're gonna
Sister
force me
Grace,
someone.
How would you feel about us asking
Okay, that's
Sister
what I thought, Barbara.
to provide her input?
Given that the idea is to write a song dedicated to Lord Barbados, I'm sure Sister Barbara would be very willing.
Perfect. Traveler, why don't you head into the cathedral and invite Sister Barbara to join us? I'll look for another friend who's interested in helping us.
Barbara! Barbara, we need help. You need to write a song. We're writing a song. I'm climbing. Barbara!
Let the wind lead. Traveler, it's been a long time since I last saw you in the cathedral.
Barbara, just the person I was looking for.
Fortunately, I have some time to spare at the moment. What is it?
You tell Barbara about the plan to write a brand new song.
Oh, I see. What an interesting idea. The hymns we know today have been passed down to us through the ages. Very few people would ever think to create a new one.
Except Lord
As long as
Barbados
we put our
himself.
hearts into it and write with reverence and devotion, perhaps our new song can become part of the tradition that is passed on and bring joy to future generations. I never imagined that the bard would come up with such an amazing suggestion. I'd really love to be a part of this.
We're having a discussion in the plaza now. Would you like to join?
Sure. Let's go there together right now.
What did you do with Kaeya's Hangout event? We made a church song. What? We made a church song. Diona? What the? I mean, okay.
You're here.
Diona? I'm confused now.
You took your sweet time.
Hey, Diona.
I've seen Kaeya play Genius Invocation TCG, making up a bunch of baloney to distract his opponents. He's a trickster, plain and simple. So now, I gotta check with you guys to see if what he's saying is true. Can we really write about anything we want in this song? Even the evils of Mondstadt's wine industry?
Diona, no.
Is the choir really gonna perform it publicly? So everyone on the streets will hear it?
Let's hope D-Luke won't mind. I really want to say that one. Do you think she can really write about that?
I don't think anything's off limits. I thought it was a fun idea anyway.
You just want to jab at D-Luke, that's why. You want to poke him.
Then I want to write this. All booze hounds will be punished harshly by Lord Barbados.
Lord Barbados, who is himself a booze hound. Oh yeah, that's right. He's allergic to cats and Diona's half cat.
Just humming to myself while I work. So after Sister Grace criticized us for not singing in harmony, I was planning on quitting the choir. I never thought we'd be able to just sing what we wanted. Whew, what a relief.
Plus, we get to write a song with Sister Barbara. I'm so honored.
Thank you, everyone. Why don't we start by picking a theme for this song? I agree. Traditionally speaking, the theme should be Praise be to the gentle and loving Lord Barbados.
I expect that Professor Venti might feel that topic is overdone and lacks originality, and that it may not be to Lord Barbados's liking.
That's Kaeya for you. Got it in one. I'd suggest that everyone start by thinking of the little things in life that bring you joy.
Ooh, well then can I praise the perfect fish head soup my mom cooked last night?
Of course you can.
I think I'd like to rejoice in the precious days spent together with family.
Let us praise Mondstadt, the city that allows us to sing freely.
Alright, we're getting like
See?
many different
We
things.
have
Okay.
lots of wonderful ideas. Let's write them down, and then Kaeya can. Kaeya?
Oh, I wonder where Kaeya could be. I don't know where he's at.
What are you doing here? Didn't want to participate in the discussions?
You're not participating either?
I just wanted to take you to hear a performance. But that obviously didn't happen, thanks to the problems with the choir rehearsals. The rehearsals are now back on track, so I've done my part. If I stay here any longer, I'll probably get roped into singing with them. I'd rather it didn't come to that. My songwriting abilities are limited.
Here you are helping other people out when you're supposed to be kicking back and relaxing.
If doing nothing but loitering on the plaza enjoying the scenery all day is the only way to relax, then I suppose I didn't get to relax. But that would get boring after a while. To me, it's more fun to wander around, see what's happening, and insert myself into interesting situations. Besides, can you be so sure I didn't have something to gain from helping Sister Grace with her choir rehearsal dilemma these past few days?
Oh, I spy two naughty students skipping class, and they just so happen to be the very two who asked me to help Sister Grace in the first place. We're ready to review and discuss everyone's lyric contributions now. Hey, why is it that you look like you're trying to run away?
I really don't want to write.
Still
I don't
recall
want
the
to sing.
teachings of Professor Venti. The Animo Archon cares not about how moving the people's songs of praise are, but rather whether or not the song comes from the heart. With so many true believers gathered together earnestly writing a song for him, I'm sure the Animo Archon is watching on and feels very satisfied. That's what a song of worship is all about. So, mission accomplished.
And that's the reason you've decided to leave?
Slipping away before the final verse is sung, before the poet has uttered the last line, before everything has concluded. I don't know. Something about it just resonates with me.
You just think writing poetry is too much trouble.
Oh no. You've seen right through me.
Wow, that was a craftily crafted speech. I almost fell for it. But to share all this with a group of friends, only to find myself one friend short before the final verse is sung, before the poet has uttered the last line, before everything has concluded, I don't know. Something about it just irritates me. If you don't want to write a poem, then let me gift you one. Abandoned to whatever fortune the cruel waters bring, bereft of control, directionless I swing. The swift currents surge, and onward I urge, through the snow and frost that fall and winter bring. Majestic waves cresting, surf roaring its tail, none but the ocean to hear as I sing. The stars in my eyes as I chart toward the horizon, that into one day from the endless dome of night I shall spring. If you are a chaser of freedom, the animal Archon will bless you. So why not let those feelings out?
I'm gonna need my friend who loves poetry to analyze that.
A boat that has come
I'm not
unmoored
great
will
with
not get
poetry.
lost in the night, but sail towards the dawn. A beautiful image.
Of course, you don't have to believe in it, but the winds of Mondstadt will guide every lost ship back to safe harbor.
Well, after a fine poem like that, it would be plain rude of me not to rejoin you.
Let's head back together. You two, of all people, have to be there for the grand finale.
If you're a chaser of freedom, why not sing with everyone? A boat
I didn't know you were
untethered.
such a slacker.
How do I save this? Alright, I don't know where that is. Now, there are many more that we'll have to do. We didn't do that one. That one or that one. Alright. So I think we're gonna do one more ending. Obtain 2. Oh no, 1 hangout. That was the second one. So we're gonna do a familiar face in a faraway place. And then we're gonna... We're gonna go talk to Kai all the way in Sumeru. I think I'm gonna do one more and then like a break. You know? I hope I can find whatever directory that screenshot folder is in. Cause I have no idea where it's at. So I don't know what idea that I have a feeling that might have been the you know, let's stay watch the performance. Yeah, I think it's that one.
What's the hurry?
Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war. Your place is at the front lines by my son's side. Pray tell, what provokes your unwarranted return to the palace?
A matter of utmost importance, Your Majesty, such that I must personally report it to you.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun.
Do you want to stop and see the show?
Actually, yes. I saw some guards do a musical performance when I was traveling with their caravan in Sumeru. They were desert dwellers. So are these actors. And I think I actually recognize one of them. Come on, let's go watch.
Your Majesty, not only has God bestowed the throne upon you, but your beloved son, Prince Kubad, has led our brave warriors to victory against Frasyav's army. His men have laid down their arms and fled. Frasyov's brazen ambition is no more. He has bowed his head and now presents to your majesty an offering of treasures and hostages, as well as a plea for peace. My king, this battle has finally restored the dignity of our people. Moreover, with Frasyov's offer of land comes the opportunity to expand our borders, as your majesty so greatly wishes. His Highness the Prince and I believe this peace settlement will be a great boon to our nation. It is for this reason alone that I have removed my armor and made haste back to our halls from the front lines. My king, what say you to this proposal?
Ah, it's the tale of Prince Kubad. Ever heard this one?
Nope, never.
Don't worry, I still remember the general plot. Let me fill you in on the background while the king deliberates. The main characters are the brilliant Prince Kubad and his war-hungry father, King Kabus. The one talking to the king right now is Gundafar, the prince's tutor. When the prince was young, the king was deceived by a malicious rumor that the prince had mistreated his stepmother. He demanded that the prince walk through a blazing fire to prove his innocence. Miraculously, the prince emerged unscathed, thus proving his innocence. But the seeds of doubt had already been sown in the king's mind. Now uneasy in the presence of his mistrustful father, the prince requested to be sent away to the battlefield where he would fight against Frasyov's army. That's the enemy general we heard them mention just now. This is the part where the prince has won the war and decided to forge a peace with the rival nation. He wrote a letter recommending peace to his father. Oh, it looks like the king's made up his mind. Let's keep watching.
Frasyov lost because he did not have the blessing of God. Our God will always watch over us and punish our enemies. Once the bells of war have begun to toll, they shall not cease until the blood of our enemies fills the land. There can be no victory until the last enemy soldier has fallen. If Kubad still wishes to be my son and hold the intaglio I bestowed upon him as proof of his royal blood, then he must obey my command.
Your Majesty, I must caution that a nation destroyed is not a fallen city writ large. Now, the loss of one city strikes fear into the hearts of our enemies, compelling them to accept defeat and cede land in exchange for peace. If, however, we insist on bringing a whole nation to its knees, then so long as a single person is left standing, they will see us as their sworn enemy, and one day return to us tenfold the pain that we have inflicted on their nation and family. My king, a people is to their nation as wild grass to the open prairie. Though we burn down the whole field and spare not one blade of grass, roots continue to grow unseen beneath the surface. Come the spring, it is all but inevitable that fresh green shoots will rise up from the ashes.
Cease, Gundafar. Your mind grows dull in your old age, filled with naive delusions. We shall have no more need of you on the battlefield. As for my son Kubad, I will summon him back to the capital so he may be tried by a court-martial.
What are you saying, my noble king? Why must you mistrust your own flesh and blood and sink ever deeper into the blight of hatred? When he was falsely accused, you once doubted his honor and made him walk through a raging fire. Did he not prove himself worthy by emerging unharmed from the flames? Now you would turn me away when I seek only to provide the wisdom of counsel. What is the justification for this?
The justification is that my word, not yours, is the law of the land. Cease and be gone, Gundafar, so you may spend the rest of your days with your wife.
What has become of the king that I served with my life? Fanaticism has robbed him of all reason and wisdom. Peace is surely the most favorable path for our nation, yet he refuses to accept it.
I must think of a way to seize control of the army back from the hands of my wayward son, that they might continue the fight to the end. Perhaps the first task should be this. I shall send a loyal contingent of warriors to eliminate Frasyov and the hostages he has sent to our palace.
Brilliant acting, Darbil.
I saw you approaching us in the middle of the scene. I was worried that my performance would be subpar and you'd think I was just making a fool of myself.
Not at all. Far from it. Actually, let me introduce you. This is Darbil, the actor for King Caboose. When we first got to know each other, he was still a guard for one of the merchant caravans. Seems like he's now made the switch to full-time acting.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Any friend of Kaeya's is a friend of mine. To be perfectly
I was
honest,
paying attention
I
to
wasn't
the
making all
story,
that
and
much
I
as a
think I
mercenary.
didn't talk for a long
It
while.
felt right
Meanwhile,
to
there
me
was
to
thoughts
get
racing
away
in my
from the
brain.
danger and live a more stable life. I was already pretty good at telling stories, so I just recruited a few friends and started performing shows all over the country. Full disclosure, we had to put this little stage together using whatever wood and cloth we could borrow. It's really low budget. Anyway, we're all good enough at acting to get through the motions, but none of us are any good at coming up with a script. Everything we tried to write just sounded off somehow.
We're gonna write a
So I wanted
musical?
a student from the academia to adapt an old story I knew to make it more appealing to our audience. What do you think? Passable?
I could tell that you've had someone tighten up the lines. They turned out very nicely.
Ah, that's good. Well, as you can see, even now, we still don't have much of an audience. Don't suppose you'd be interested to see the rest of the show?
Sure, why not? I don't have anything pressing lined up. And I don't think the Traveler does either.
Nope, I literally don't
Tickets
have
for two,
anything.
please. How much would that be?
There's no need for tickets. You could just get some food from Jafar Tavern. We've worked out an arrangement with them. We've actually found a sponsor for this performance, too. He's not too happy about the poor turnout, though. I doubt we'll be able to keep him for the next performance. A real pity. But what can you do, huh?
Darbil Asgar still hasn't shown up for the next scene. We should get his costume and sword out so they'll be ready to go the moment he gets here.
My apologies. I have to get ready for the upcoming scene. I'll see you from the stage.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
That's interesting, huh?
Would you two like to order some food? What can I get you? If you're looking for recommendations, today's special is the tandoori roast chicken.
Ah, bear with us a moment. We're just going to take a look at the menu.
How did you become friends with Darbil?
I was at Port Ormos discussing some business opportunities, and some crook was trying to pull a fast one on me. Darbil took pity on me and politely asked him to make himself scarce. He's a good guy. A decent storyteller, too. Quite an interesting character. There's a lot of fun to be had if you hang around interesting people doing interesting things. Especially if you're in the company of an interesting friend. That's my secret formula for staying in a good mood. Try it out sometime. You'll see what I mean. Thanks for waiting. We're ready to order now. We'll take you up on that tandoori roast chicken. And let's throw in some desserts, too. One each of the rose custard, that talumba, and the patisara pudding, please. That should see us through the show.
That's a lot of sweets. Okay, that's a lot of sweets, Kaeya. Oh, there you are. Do I just... Alright, they'll sit me down automatically.
We've got good seats. Close to the stage, but also not too crowded.
You can't see, you have to
We
be
can
sitting
watch
next
the
to
show
me.
as we eat. If I remember correctly, the next scene should focus on the prince. But I won't spoil it for you. You have to experience it for yourself.
Do you like this story? Sounds like the story has made quite an impression on you. Going for the bottom option.
You could say that. It's always stayed with me because it's hammered home a cruel but realistic truth. People do not choose where and when to be born, yet the circumstances of their birth define the choices that they will have for the rest of their life.
And this is why they wanted us to
Here you
at
are.
least do
The
the
chef's on the table, too.
Carrie Bear
Just
story in
call me
order
over when you're
able
ready
to,
settle up.
you know, do his thing.
No need. I'll pay
I
up
was
front.
wondering when that was gonna come
Here.
up.
Keep the change.
Thank you, sir. Oh, but this is too generous.
Call it a token of my gratitude for the excellent service. The food all smells wonderful, too, so please pass my compliments to the chef.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let's dig in,
Well,
traveler.
Kaeya's a big tipper then. You enjoy the feast with Kaeya.
Hey, Kaeya. I'm so sorry, but the actor who plays the prince has run into some difficulties.
I
and won't
wonder if
be able
he's
to
gonna
make
have to play the prince, huh?
We can't do the rest of the show without him, so I'm really, really sorry, but we'll have to call the show right here.
Can you use an understudy? Can Kaeya fill in for him? I knew it.
Ooh, that would be fun. I wouldn't say no.
I was just kidding.
Darbil, would you lose any income if I were to mess this up?
Not really. I mean, there's not much of an audience here anyway. I wouldn't want to take too much of your time, though.
Don't worry about that. I like to be spontaneous now and then. Spice things up a little.
AKA, I don't like when things are going too smooth.
Well, you already know the story, so you just need to memorize a few lines. Huh, you know what? This might actually work. Ah, wait, but Kubot has a specific costume he's supposed to wear, and there's no way you'd fit into it. Switching actors is one thing, but wearing street clothes on stage would really ruin the immersion. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work.
Well, good thing that I've actually got a costume with me. It goes pretty
Oh,
well with
from
your
the
stage
event, that's
suit.
right. He's gonna wear his... I was
You're
wondering
kidding.
if they're gonna make him
Can
wear
you
the
show it to
event
me?
costume.
Sure. If you can show me the way to your changing room.
It's in the restaurant. Follow me.
Because of his event and everything, they have a costume for him so they can just stick him in... Yeah, I already know. Did you paint your nails in that time too?
Gotta say, I think I actually look pretty dapper in this.
Dapper.
It's a pity I don't have many opportunities to wear it in public.
You're such a show-off, but you do look pretty good. I never knew you were so vain. I'm doing this one.
Oh, not a fan of me as a prince? I'll have to act my heart out so you'll be too dazzled to make any digs.
Hey, come on, I have to
Kaeya,
make one
here's
little
your script
thing.
for the next scene. It's not too long, but you also don't have very long to prepare. Do you think you can memorize your lines in time?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Only one way to find out.
Kaeya and the actors briefly rehearse the scene.
Okay, I think we've covered all your lines and movements on stage. You haven't had long to prepare, so don't worry about forgetting your lines. We'll remind you.
All right, I'm good to go.
Great. Then let's get this show on the road.
Oh wow, I'm going up in stage, haha. I'm gonna have his costume equipped for the whole entirety of the rest of this. Unless they give him like another outfit, but you know.
General Kubot, son of Kabus, the fate of this battle is clear. I beg you, please spare my few remaining men. They no longer have the strength to fight back.
Frasyav, though you now lead only the husk of a once mighty army, I have no desire to crush your dignity. Even your most savage warriors have no desire to see further bloodshed, and none among your ranks have opposed these peace talks. Nevertheless, I must hear it from you one final time. General Frasyav, do you agree to sign a treaty in good faith and commit from this day forth to peace between our nations?
With my army in ruins, I am in no position to do otherwise, but on this, I give you my word. Yes, let us end our hostilities and send our surviving men home to their families.
We share the desire to lay down our arms for good and liberate our hearts from the dirge of hatred. Then as God above is our witness, by the authority vested in me by this intaglio of King Kabus, I hereby declare that I will spare your hostages and what remains of your army. May peace be restored to this land, and may these fields of war
Isn't the
become a
king gonna
place
kill
where
the
crops
hostages
grow
and then
aplenty.
him next?
My tutor, Gundafar, has already made haste to my father, the king, with the recommendation of a truce. It is my sincere hope that he will see that peace as a path to prosperity and grant me his blessing.
Prince Kubad, your name is renowned throughout your land and ours. I will place my hope in your words.
One will find on a battlefield no master of ceremonies, nor the paper on which a treaty may be signed. In their absence, let us raise our weapons and swear an oath. I, Kubad, son of Kabus, hereby pledge protection to you and all of your kin. May the oceans be stained red with my blood if I am ever to renounce this oath.
Wow, your friend is so dreamy. He's not a real prince by any chance, is he?
No, 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 no.
Rashana, you don't want to miss this. The good-looking guy who left that huge tip is acting on stage with Darble's troupe.
Okay, Genshin. Alright, I see what you're doing. I can't. When they point out being like, oh, you're not like good looking, like in the thing, it just makes me laugh. I don't know why.
Peace to Frasyov.
Nay, I am not so rash as to preempt my father's blessing. I promised only what I could so far, the safety of his kin.
That might be
My
a problem.
child, I must share with you the gravest news. Kabus has become blinded by fanaticism and hatred, and will stop at nothing to vanquish every last man under Frasyov's lead.
How can this be? You mean to say that my father has rejected our proposal for peace?
Your father
Yes,
just
indeed.
wants to stain
I
everything
urged
with
him to
blood.
reconsider, and for this I was rebuked and dismissed from his service. But far stricter punishment than this awaits you, should you return home with your troops. Please heed my warnings, dear child. I dare not imagine what unspeakable atrocities your father intends to commit.
Nay, the truce must stand. I cannot renounce my oath. How can man claim to stand above beast without remaining true to his word? The masses have grown weary of death and conflict in both our nation and theirs. Are we all now to bend to his will and massacre countless more to satisfy a desire that is his alone? When I departed my beloved home to fight in a foreign land, I did so to honor his wishes and for my duty to our people. Alas, is this fate's grand design? Is this fate's grand design?
Oh no, he's forgetting his line.
The next line is, alas, is this fate's grand design that I should spend the rest
He
of my
was doing
days in a
so
foreign
well.
land till I am laid to rest in a grave far from home?
Must it be so?
Huh? Wait, that's not part of the script. Kaeya, did you not hear me?
Uh-oh, he's going off his lines.
My dear audience, I ask you this. Do you believe in fate? If fate decreed that your life was to end in tragedy, what would you do?
Whoa, what's that? Why did he just throw the prop to me? It almost hit my face. Seems like improv with the audience. Guess I should play along. I would challenge my fate and rise above it.
Oh?
Did it say above it? Yeah.
Then so must it be. Yes, so must it be.
He's engaging with the
I shall
engaging with the
destroy this
audience.
intaglio and rid myself of the shackles of fate.
I can't believe I had a voice
Wait,
crack.
But that's not... my dear prince, do you intend to betray your father and abandon your heritage?
Fate means to send the machinations of war to every corner of the land, to fan the flames of conflict.
Oh my
till they
god,
engulf
this is a
the
direct
entire
relation. I
world.
knew it. That's why I was paying attention. A direct
Fate
relation
would
to
see my
Kaeya
sword
giving
tainted
up
with the
his
blood of innocence.
Conria
Like the
pass
bright banner
to
of
just
my
ignore all of
homeland
that and
might
just to
fly
be like
in
the
every
Mondstadt
nation
because he
known to
saw what it
mankind.
can happen,
But I
especially
shall
with
not
Diluc's
bow
father
to the
dying and
will
then
of
telling
fate.
Diluc he abandoned
no
that
pawn
past,
in
abandoned that
Heaven's
side of
plan.
him.
Bravo!
Oh.
Where did this guy come from? Is he one of the new hires? Hey, shut up. Stop interrupting.
Shut up! Stop!
I,
Just shut up!
Kubad, will spend the rest of my days in a foreign land till I breathe my last in a place far from home.
Which is him living in Mondstadt and just being like he's a Mondstadter.
Prince Kubad, my child, there is no need to be rash. Please bring at least your fortune and the retainers who will always be loyal to you.
Gundafar, my dear mentor. You have always been like a father to me. It brings me only anguish to bid you farewell. But I must walk this path, or freedom dies by my hand. Goodbye, my tribe and kin. Farewell, sweet land of my birth.
No wonder it resonates with Kaeya so much. I wonder why. Now sizable audience burst into applause. All you need is Kaeya to act. And there you go. Immediate head turn, oh my god.
It's Prince Kubad. Could I please get your autograph?
Why, certainly, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. I'll just go find a pen.
Kaeya's already a star. He didn't even do anything. I want an autograph too.
Just an autograph? Well, you can get one of those at any time. Acting is quite fun.
Give me autograph.
There came a day when I left the Knights of Favonius. I think I might go into acting full time.
Darbil, could you introduce me to this young man?
My apologies, Master Tus. I somehow missed you in the crowd earlier.
I was some distance away. I just came over near the end after I noticed the large crowd.
I knew it, Kaeya, I knew it. They're gonna have Kaeya act. And so to go in with the story that he's closely tied with, and then he's gonna bring a whole crowd.
Just bad luck. It was only ever a matter of time before you hit it big. The improvised section was particularly good. I think you could include some improvisation as a staple in future performances. As for the prop he threw, no need to get it back. It's fairly cheap anyway.
I got a souvenir.
Thank you, sir. And a big thanks also to our wonderful prince. Had Kaeya not agreed to fill in, we might have disbanded right on the spot.
Kaeya, was it? Well, young man, I must say you've made quite the impression on me. My caravan is always loaded with the finest food and wines.
Eyes over here like, you got me with wine. You got me with wine, give me it.
Thank you for the invite, sir. But I'm afraid I've reached the end of my time at Sumeru. I'm sure that my friends and family in Mondstadt must be missing me terribly.
Your family is the Knights of Favonius, yes, yes. I was about to say, what family, dude? You've got no.
Bitten by the travel bug, my friend. You'll be getting itchy feet again before too long.
Travel
My
bug.
door is always open. If you're ever interested, please ask Darbil to reach out to me. Darbil, we can continue discussions on the sponsorship once you've wrapped up today's show. I'm going back to the inn.
Thank you so much, Master Tus. I'll see you shortly. Seriously, Kaeya, thank you for bailing me out again. You're a good guy. May the gods bless you. You know, you should stay for a few more days. I owe you a meal at the very least.
Darbil, Asgar is back. He lost track of time playing Genius Invocation TCG. You've got to sort him out.
Genius Invocation again? Ah, that does it. That kid's not getting away with it this time. Please excuse me, Kaeya. I will be right back.
That kid gonna get
Sure.
beat,
There's
dang.
no rush. Okay, I think they're all gone. Let's slip away now while we can.
He's done performing. Kaeya likes to start things, but not really finish them if it starts becoming too boring for him. So he's the type that would just start doing it, and then like if he needs to keep going,
Alright,
he'd just be like,
this
"No,
should be fun
I'll be
enough.
fine."
Don't
But then
think
someone
they'll
else
find
has
me
to
here.
like, you know. Weren't you gonna sign more autographs?
People were starting to expect a lot of things that I didn't sign up for.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
The
too.
missing actor is back now. Darbil shouldn't be needing me to stand in again. I don't mind socializing, but compared to chatting over food and drink, I much prefer just going wild on the stage. What about you? Did you enjoy the show?
I wasn't expecting the improv section. Mostly, I was curious to know what was going through your mind on stage.
Oh, I was expecting a lengthier critique, but you've thrown the question right back at me. Sneaky. All right, I'll rise to your challenge. Let me think. All the world's a stage, and all the people merely players. Does that answer your question?
Didn't someone say that
Perhaps
before?
There's an inept god out there deciding everyone's fates. Much like the academia student drafting Darbill's scripts.
Ooh, he said inept.
Yeah,
Ooh.
inept is a good word for it. Honestly, it might even be a little too civil to describe a god who turns fathers against their sons and is bent on endless warmongering, don't you think? Anyway, that's exactly why actors need to wake up and realize they don't have to follow the script. There's nothing to stop them from following their gut and making it up as they go along.
Does this inept god really exist?
Oh, my dear traveler, please don't take me too literally. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. The god is just a figure of speech. The real point I'm making is about the actors. Everyone, you and I included, is both an actor and a member of the audience.
Well,
If
I'm
you don't
falling
like the
right into
script,
the hands,
just
so.
walk off the stage and join the audience. You always have a choice.
Huh. I'm not sure I fully understand.
A
No, I
little
know
too
what he's
obtuse?
saying.
Well, don't dwell on it. It's nothing worth losing sleep over. I was just thinking aloud. Relax. Be yourself. Do your thing. That's all I'm really trying to say. When I did my little bit of audience interaction back there, you had no time to prepare. You had to just say what you thought in the moment. I think those spontaneous thoughts are often the most authentic. And that's why I liked your answer. You're still holding on to the intaglio I threw you from the stage, right? Keep it. Think of it as a souvenir from my improvised performance. It's been the most fascinating day, hasn't it, little birdie?
Questions. Answer. So must it be? Yes, so must it be. I think we're gonna end it here for now, and then we're gonna pick up and do the rest whatever we have left. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of going through two endings for Kaeya's new Hangout event. Honestly, I'm really loving it, learning more about his character, and this is gonna help me dive deeper, and my friend's gonna have to hear hours of explanation about this. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.